What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Simba Sports Hub, man, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. And yes, week one is officially in the fucking books, and we got barbecued. Barbecued chicken. We got torched. We got scorched. We got spanked. No Diddy. We got what most of us realistic fans, kind of foreseen, but we didn't think that we was gonna get beat that bad. I did not think we was gonna get beat that bad, but as the game played out, we are who the fuck we thought we were. A previous number 2 drafting team from last year's season. A lot that played out I didn't expect, but it happened. So hey, but major. First off, let's start here. Major shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for protecting home field, for them coming out with the W, the well deserved W, because guess what? They was the better team than we were in today's game, and it showed. It showed that last year what they did came into this year, and it showed what we did on the field last year rolled over to this year. And it's only week one. I'm not down on this team by any means, but hey, I do got to give shout out to Baker Mayfield. Chris Godwin had a tremendous game. The running backs had a good game. We just couldn't tackle Baker Mayfield, but I'm gonna get into that in a little bit later. I first need to address some things about this team that I kind of was on the up and up with what we was going to put out there, and that's the defense. I'm gonna start off with the defense first because to me, and y'all can write in the comments and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We on this road to 500 to become partners with YouTube. I did my first live reaction of the game. I'm gonna try to make sure that's better for next week. Make sure that the volume is being able to be heard. I thought I was recording off my mic, but it was recording from my headphones. So again, I'm gonna work on that next week. Y'all make sure y'all go check out that video. Y'all ain't gotta watch the whole 3 hours, but just go like it. Comment, moments from the game. See my live reaction to how I reacted in moments of the game, which is kind of theatrical because my friends know how I get when I'm watching my team. I'm passionate. I love my team to death. Win, lose, or draw, which we have been doing a lot of losing. And we got belt to ass. We got belt to ass this week one game against the Buccaneers. And again, I saw some moments. I saw some moments where, all right, if we can build upon that, the good moments. It was a lot of bad, but if we can build upon that, what I'm saying, I like where our team is heading. I often heard Dan Quinn fans say that we don't believe that it's a rebuild year. It's a recalibration year, and right now, what I've seen on paper and what I've seen on film and tape, we need to walk all that shit back and go. We need to strictly say we're in a rebuild year because the expectations and what played out on the field week one, and I'm not saying that we can't get better. I'm just strictly speaking on week one. Week one, personally, we are not in a recalibration. We're in a fucking rebuild, especially on the defense. And now I'm going to get into the game. Before I get onto the defense, go find me a fucking kicker. Go find me a fucking kicker. Yes, we got 37 points put up on us, but you can't tell me that we wasn't supposed to have 26 points on the board. I've said it all off season in my previous videos. When you got a rookie quarterback, you need to have a guaranteed kicker that's going to walk onto that field, because we're going to have a lot of stalemate drives that get across the 50, but we may not make it into the end zone. And we need a guaranteed kicker to keep, one, the defense refreshed and not having them to start, in bad field position, and two, keep our offense motivated that, hey, man, we got down there. Maybe we didn't score. We didn't get the ball in the end zone, but we got 3 points on the board. Last year, we couldn't put fucking points on the board. Last year, we made field goals, don't get me wrong, but we wasn't putting points on the board when we needed to. We wasn't. And today, it showed again why we need a fucking kicker. I'm sorry, Adam Peters. I thought the trade, K York, I thought he was going to be it. And again, he might bounce back next week. It may have been first game jitters. But again, man, the kicks that we needed to make to sustain a drive, or to say, hey, man, that was an all right drive. Oh, that was a good drive right there. We got stalemated, but guess what? We got 3 out of it. We need points. We cannot leave points on the fucking field. That just cannot happen when you're playing against a good football team. And that's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is. It's a good football team. They did what they were supposed to do. They capitalized when they were supposed to. And now we're going to get into the fucking defense. We were fucking horrible on all three levels of the fucking football field. On all three levels. And I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about, oh, Emmanuel Forbes need to go. Yes, he played bad. But he wasn't the only one who fucking played bad from our DB room. He was not the only one. So that's, y'all can miss me with that shit. Y'all can try to paint that narrative that he's just not good. Hey, I've seen every cornerback get beat before. I've seen every cornerback in the NFL get beat like Emmanuel Forbes did. I've also seen every cornerback get beat for multiple touchdowns like Benjamin St. Juste. So let's not point all the blame on number 13. He wasn't the only bad one. He wasn't. 13, 25, 11, and then we're going to get into the linebackers and the D-line, who also played fucking horrible. Terrible. Like, that's like, and this is why I spoke so heavy about, in my tweets that I put out there. If you don't follow me at Simba Sports Hub on X. This is why I spoke so fucking heavy on why nobody that's on this Washington Commanders team is beyond playing in the fucking preseason. I don't give a fuck what Bobby Wagner did before coming to Washington. I don't give a fuck what Frankie Louvu did. Dorrance Armstrong, Khalif Farrell, Michael Davis. I don't give a fuck with Zach Ertz. I don't give a fuck with no player that we bought. Our rookies, Mike Sanders Steele. I don't give a fuck what they resume and what they did prior to coming into Washington. But nobody on that fucking team proved that they should not have been playing in the fucking preseason. Because guess what? In the preseason is when teams that haven't proved anything start to really work and formulate everything and build that true chemistry on the field against different opponents. Yeah, y'all go to practice against Jaden Daniels, and it was something that kind of like, damn, it wasn't a lot of praise coming from our defense on these training camp practices. It just wasn't a lot. Yeah, we heard a few key players making some type of plays, but I did not hear one beat writer come out of, even when I went, I did not see where it was just like, oh yeah, that's the defense I like. And I'm a defensive minded type of person when I watch the game of football, and I love defense, because if you can stop a team, all right, you giving your offense, and I know you can only, you can't leave defense out there for a lot of time, but guess what? I just truly believe that if you stop a team consistently, you give your offense chance. I do believe our offense still has a lot of building to do. I still think that there's a lot of work, but again, missed tackles. Talking about knocking the fucking cobwebs off, that shit should have been handled in preseason. You can't just come out here week one thinking that, oh, we about to go against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to be all right. We're going to be good. I trust our starters that ain't playing. No. Jonathan Allen, Bobby Wagner, Frankie Louvu, who played one series against the opening week. I forgot who we played week one in the preseason. It don't matter now. But Jonathan Allen, guys that looking at what we got, the last regime guys, the new signing guys, these need to be on the field. I'm sorry, they should have been on the field in the preseason, playing 1 to 2 series and all 3 preseason games. Because guess what? We just saw on the field today, week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. Because the tackles that we normally see made in the open field by Jeremy Chin, who, if you go watch his Panthers highlights from last year, he wasn't missing that many open field tackles. Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, I heard him all season. Oh, Coach Tapp and defense and Bobby Went, they just letting us be relentless. Just go get the quarterback. Yeah, but you still ain't playing no fucking gap control. And when you do not play gap control and you actually get in the backfield, you missed every fucking tackle that was presented to you. Horrible. Jonathan Allen got back there once. It was late in the game. You still missed. Baker Mayfield escaped out of at least 5 sacks. There's no way that we shouldn't have 5 sacks on our stat sheet. There's no way. And y'all can say, oh man, it happens, it's part of the game. No. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. If we're paying these two D tackles the amount of money that we're paying them, nah, I don't want to hear missed tackles. And it's week one, and I give them the only bowful grade I give them a bow out is week one, and we had to knock the cobwebs off. And I hope we did this game because in the second half, to their credit, they started to finishing some of those tackles. Now Baker Mayfield had one late in the game, 3rd and 6, where he ran for a first down, but it was end of the game. The game didn't matter anymore. But again, it was a 3rd and 17 where they ran a screen to Godwin on the right hash, and we playing 15 yards back. I saw no pursuit. I saw no pursuit until Godwin got 3 yards away from the first down line. That's piss poor. I know Bobby Witt don't want to be down on the sideline, but as passionate as I see you talk in these press conferences, nah, you need to be on the fucking sideline getting in they shit. Cause that is if you talking about you want to be a head coach, no sir. No, sir. You got a chance to redeem yourself. Don't get me wrong. Week 2, we got the New York Giants. You got a chance to come in, and if they put up anything over 25 points, Dan Quinn, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. But it sounds like your ass need to hey buddy, you got one more week. You got a couple more weeks. Cause I'm giving you a shot. And the way that your players are, playing to your teaching and your play calling, and again, I'm not going to blame it all on Bobby Witt because I've also seen some miscommunication. The first one, I'm not sure if Emmanuel Forbes was supposed to get back in depth and cover McMillan, but thank God, thank the football gods that McMillan dropped it because that was supposed to be 6. And then they came right back to it to put the fucking nail in the coffin. They came right back to it. And it looked like they was passing it off to the safety, Jeremy Chin, who got stuck in the mud in the middle of the field and didn't shoot over. And it wasn't, if you look at the play, and please y'all, go back and watch that play. If you look at the play, nobody was starting him in the middle of the field. Nobody was coming backside because the backside route was being covered by the receiver. He was down in the end zone. So it wasn't nobody, and the tight end stopped short. And the linebacker was there. So why are you not shooting back? That's supposed to be your man. That's supposed to be your play. Jeremy Chin. So again, the guys that we brought in to play defense, we was all praising, we was all applauding, we was all saying, we was all giving them, major shout outs. We was like, oh yeah, we actually got some guys. We got Jeremy Chin, and I'm happy that we got these guys too. But week 1 was piss poor effort in tackling and coverage, on all 3 levels. Nobody can come out of that game and say, oh, yeah, I played a good game on defense. Nobody. Sorry. And let me not be too overly. I'm going to calm down. All right? I'm going to calm down because, again, it is week 1. I do look at that game since a lot of our starters didn't play in the preseason. And I got to be honest. I got to be fair that, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They was just knocking off the cobwebs. They had to get their feet wet. Because guess what? You saw big plays from Jamin Davis. Played all 3, and that's what pisses me off because you see certain guys that played all preseason. I'm talking about the Jamin Davises. He made plays, and I know one of the biggest concerns was, how's he going to be against the run? He stopped the run very well. Dante Fowler, what did he do? He made me have one good play. Khalil Ferrell got one. We had 1 sack today. 1 sack. I'm not putting up no stats. I don't even want to see the stats. I don't even want to talk about the stats. I'm just talking off of passion right now. And this is going to be the live raw, or pre-recorded raw feelings about week 1. Because I truly believe that we got the right people in the fucking organization right now. This is a new regime. But to get 37 put up on us, God damn, that shit hurt. 37 is crazy. 37 is crazy. Especially when you seen what Dallas did last year with Dan Quinn. And I'm not saying that we got Dan Quinn type of Dallas talent that they got on their defense. Cornerbacks, ass. I need Adam Peters on his phone right now, calling Xavier Howard's uh agent and saying, hey, how much? We need him. Cause I seen y'all bench Emmanuel Forbes for what? What y'all bench him for? What did y'all bench him for? I need to know that. Mike Sanders still got cooked. Noah, whatever the fuck his name, with a bad hand, didn't do no much. He didn't do that much better. He didn't do that much better. And Benjamin St. Juste stayed on the field. Why? He got cooked the most. He gave up 2 touchdowns. And again, like I said, was he in place to make plays? Yes, the fuck he was. But did he make them? No. Because guess what? He don't trust his instincts. He don't trust himself enough to say, let me turn around and see if I can see the fucking ball. Let me track the ball. No, he was in bail trail technique the whole fucking game. The first one to Mike Evans, if he turns, just think about if he turns around. Turns around and just get his hands up. 6'3", 225, 2 something like that, 2 something plus. Just think if he turns around. He was stride for stride with him. Just to think if he just imagine if he just turns the fuck around and looks for the ball. If you're gonna get beat, I'd rather you get beat looking for the ball than playing. I'm gonna try to cover your eyes up. Nah, man, that shit is ass to me. I'm sorry. I know they say, nah, just try to break up the pass. Al, you can't. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Turn around and try to find the ball. Get beat. At least I can say, hey, man, he got beat trying to find the ball. Now, as him turning around trying to find the ball, he probably lost the receiver a little bit, and that's cool. But he was stride for stride with him. At some point, it got to click. Turn and find the ball. You see the receiver looking. Look at his eyes. He's telling you where the ball is at. Those are key techniques. Those are key tendencies that if you ask any great cornerback that's in trail technique, that's stride for stride, what are they looking at? What are their key things that they looking at? The receiver eyes. Because guess what the receiver going to tell you? Guess what his eyes is going to tell you? Where the fucking ball is at. If the ball is coming, if the ball is there, his eyes are going to tell you every fucking thing. Emmanuel Forbes, yeah, he gave up the pass. All right. So what? Yeah, he got a face mask and a pass interference. Yeah. Shouldn't have had his ass out there on the island anyway. Especially trying to cover 2 hashes. What double move is. You should at least give him inside help. Safety should at least been there. If that's the case, lock him up 1-on-1. Let him man up. We gave up so many third downs. I think that they was at least 90% on their third downs in this game. I think they was at least 90%. And I might be wrong on it. Again, I'm not looking up stats. I'm not looking at percentages right now. This is totally me speaking from the heart about what I saw in my team. And again, it ain't good. Our defense ain't good right now. I know I said we supposed to sweep the Giants. And I know that they got the brakes beat off of them. But those are the type of games that we should come in and you know, us as a fan base, and I know the Giants probably feeling the same way. But shit, we got the Commanders next week. We good. We good. We gonna wash them. I don't know. I know that should be our mindset, but ain't nothing that we did this week showing me that, yeah, we should go in there and wash the fucking New York Giants at home. And I'm going to be at the game. I'm going to be at the game. I'm going to still root for my team. I know my other Commander fans that talk to me, man, how do you remain so positive? I'm a fan. I love my team, win, lose, or draw. It's never going to, I'm pissed off that we lost. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, hey, man, we let ourselves down. We let the fan base, the players let the fan base down, the coaches down. And again, it's just we just look bad. So now I'm gonna move on to the offense, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. So if I had to give the defense a grade, I'm a D. I'm gonna start giving grades: offense, defense, special teams, and defense for me, a fucking D, a D. I'm sorry, we only had maybe 2-3 possessions where we went 3 and out. A fucking D. If they are converting that many third downs, third and short, third and longs, a fucking D. You can't even get above a D. I don't even care if we caught a fucking pick 6. A fucking D. Sorry. 1 sack when we should have had 6 of them. A fucking D. That's what we get. Sorry for all the foul language, but this is just me being a passionate fan coming out. So, again, tell me how y'all felt about the defense. Drop a comment. Tell me how y'all felt, how y'all think the defense really looked. And if you're going to drop a comment saying, oh, Emmanuel Forbes just need to go, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. Because that means you just really have hate for that man. And that's cool and that's fine. But if you really watch that game from a football mindset, all 3 levels, D-line, linebackers, DB / all 4 levels, if you want to separate DBs and cornerbacks, but I put them in one group. They were horrible. Point blank, period. Horrible. They did whatever they want against us. Ran the ball, play action, threw the ball. They did it whatever they wanted. So now we'll move on to the offense and talk about our rookie quarterback, Jayden Daniels, who I think had a subpar game. He had a very subpar game, and I'm gonna start off with I'm gonna get a grade. I'm gonna get a grade at the end. I'm trying to get my head to stay straight, but it is what it is. So now moving on to the offense. Starting the game off, you cannot have a play when you lose 13 yards? We lost 13 yards on that play because it was 1st and 10 and it was 2nd and fucking 23. That type of throw, Jayden Daniels, you just can't have. And especially behind him, where it is a loss. Like, throw it in front of him, let it be incomplete, let him bobble it and fall. And we got 2nd and 10 at best. But that throw behind him, and he started, and you could just tell the jitters were there. And then now I'm going to get into again, miss me with all the, he going to get hurt, we ran him too much. Look, if your receivers aren't open, use your fucking feet. But just be smart. And he was smart. He did not take any unnecessary hits. Y'all can miss me with that read option, the second read option for the touchdown. Oh, he shouldn't have, that he was called short on because his helmet got ripped off. Again, yes, that's a small little thing. Tighten your fucking helmet up, Jayden. Because if you tighten up your helmet, guess what? That's a touchdown. Even though you got it right back, it's a touchdown. Did it matter? No, it was late in the game. Yeah, so what? But I don't mind. He's going to take hits, y'all. He got sacked. He got hit. But guess what? He got right back up. He got his foot stepped on. He went and got it taped up. Guess what? We good. Right back out there. He finished the game. If you think that this quarterback is just going to be, y'all want him to put him in a goddamn bubble, y'all are highly mistaken, and y'all need to really rethink about what y'all want to be fans of, because the game of football is violent. Your quarterback is going to get hit. It's not one fucking quarterback in NFL history that did not take a brutal hit at some point, or if not multiple brutal hits. So y'all can miss me with that shit. I don't even want to discuss that. I don't even care about that. He showed me that he can protect himself. He got down when he needed to get down. He got out of bounds when he needed to get out of bounds. And guess what? He fought for yards when we needed to fight for yards. He had a good job. He had a good day. If not seeing it, utilize your feet. Simple as that. I don't know what's going on with this offensive line, but there was no run push on the offensive line. Yes, B-Rob got it going a little bit in the second half, but as the start of the game, we was not getting no push. And anything from a pulling play call, our left guard and our center, horrible. They looked fucking slow as molasses getting out, trying to get out and pull. They look like they never pulled before a day in their life. And then we ran it again to the right side. I'm just like, Cliff, you clearly see that your guard play is not pulling quick enough to get outside to open up any lanes for B-Rob. I thought I was going to see a little bit more from Austin Eckler from a run perspective, but it looks like we only utilized him for passing. And he whiffed on a sack that shouldn't have happened to Jayden. That shouldn't have been a hit that he took, because you gave a beeline straight to Jayden Daniels. He didn't even touch him. Good pass rush by Levante David. I got to give you your respect. You did what you were supposed to do. But Austin Eckler, horrible. That was a bad whiff. You got to help your quarterback by any means. Chip him. Chip him. I don't even care if you just tapped him. Or a little shoulder check. At least give Jayden time to, try to make something happen. And that leads me to, what the fuck? Where was the play calls for our number one receiver? And I'm not saying Dean is a bad cornerback, but you can't tell me that he's top 5 corner. He's a shutdown, lockdown corner. He had what, 3 targets? 3 targets. One was an overthrown, and that goes back to Jaden Daniels. He was a little inaccurate today. He was just been the third down to Zacchaeus where he threw the ball out of bounds. He was inaccurate. He missed on some passes, and I'm gonna give him a graceful pass because guess what? That was his first game. He did make some throws. He did put some throws where they needed to be. He put the ball right on some of the receivers. I give him that. But that deep pass, I wish he would have had that one. A little less air and put a little bit on the line because Terry bleed him off the line. He had at least 2 or 3 steps. That's a touchdown if he catch that in stride. Just being honest. Just being honest. Just being honest. So if I had to give them the offense, I mean, again, B. Rob had some good runs. Don't get me wrong. He fought for some extra yardage, which I already knew that. Austin Eckler got cranked on 2 plays. I'm like, yeesh. Whew, gotta get your head on the swivel. But from an overall perspective, would I give them a C minus? I'm giving them a C minus because they at least did when they did get settled down. They was able to move the ball. There were some penalties that hurt us, yes, and on defense they hurt us too. But the penalties set us back. But we was able to capitalize too. We was able to capitalize even though the penalties, you know what I'm saying, hit us a couple of times and stalled some of the drives. Like that pass, that dump off to B Rob where we got down to like the 2-yard line. But that was just a horrible call by the ref, man. That was so ticky tack. That was not no true block in the back, man. Like he barely grazed him. But all right, it is what it is. And that was a momentum killer right there because we made progression and then guess what? Missed the fucking field goal. So that leads me to the special teams. Tressway, you did not look like the Tressway I've seen since you've been on this team. Only one punt got down to the 10-yard line and within the 10. Everything else was inside the 20. And maybe that was because where we had to punt the ball from, but I don't think you did your best job punting today. I really don't think you did your best job. And with that, I'm gonna finalize all this with what I've fucking been telling y'all, and I know I said it at the beginning of the video, but I'm just gonna reiterate. We need a kicker by any means necessary. I don't care if you gotta go to CFL, UFL, YFL, ABL, YBL, TBL. I don't care where you grocery store, DC United, whatever soccer team that's out there that's not playing right now. Throw however much money at least 10 kickers right now because that's what we need. It's that bad. It's that bad. Cade York, who I thought, and I was going to give the benefit of doubt to, I truly understand why Cleveland let him go for a 7th-round pick additional. I see why they let him go. I looked at his numbers, and again, this is week 1. Hopefully he can rebound. He got him out. Hopefully he got him out of the system because right now I don't know what other kicker you can bring in right now that's going to be better than what we got. So yes, I don't see him cutting him. I wish we did. That's just the hate that I have for him right now. And it's temporary hate, K.O. Don't take it personal. It's just that I truly believe, and I said it back in training camp in the all season, we need a kicker, and we had one. McManus, why did you do what you did? But anywho, we're going to move off of that. The case did get dropped. Adam Peters, make that call, see if he want to return back. And we need to keep 2 kickers on the roster. Sorry, just being honest. We need to keep 2 kickers on the roster for the duration of the season. Bring McManus back if the fan base and the NFL would allow him back into the NFL. Bring him back because he was consistent. If you go look at his stats. Cade York, I hope you bounce back next week against the Giants. I hope you are 100%. If you miss a kick next week, I'm really going to drive to Ashburn and I'm in GTA and I'm going to wait until you get out your car and I am going to press you and I'm going to put hands on you. And I'm prepared to. It's like, no, I'm joking. I'm not going to put hands. I am not driving out to Ashburn. That is not happening. I'm upset at you, but I ain't that upset at you. I hope you get it together. But anywho, Man, I give them a D plus as well. Actually, they get an E. They don't even get a D plus. They get a fucking E. Because that's 26 points on the board, and that's a momentum swing that you never know how our defense feeds off of that. You don't know how offense coming back will feed off of getting points. 6 points. All right. Tampa Bay came down and kicked 2 field goals. They turned 2 field goals into 37 points. Why couldn't we do that? Because guess what? K. York missed 2 field goals, a 43 and a 57-yarder. I heard he got a leg, but and he missed them both right. So I don't know what you were doing on pregame. I don't know if you and the special team coach just y'all wasn't tracking the air control that well. Destroying, if you want to kick in the NFL and you are healthy, let's get you on the field. Let's give you a tryout. Come on in, and let's bump. But look, man, that's all I got for today. That's all I got for week 1. We got the New York Giants at home. Again, I will be at that game. And God damn it, we are 0-1 starting off the NFL 2024 season. It's just 1 week, y'all. I done got my frustration out. All right, let's get back to it. I see y'all on the next one. Deuces.